So what's going on, Raider Nation, and welcome back to another episode of the Raider Critique. That's right, this is off-season episode number 6 right here, and we're going to talk about a few things that really grinded my gears, but also another thing that actually makes me extremely happy because of every single one of you. I have now hit 400 subscribers. Thank you, Raider Nation. I greatly appreciate every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel and hit that bell for notifications and jump in here on every single solitary live that I do. And just to be able to come out here and perform for all of you and to do my thing right here on my channel, it's just a pleasure and an honor to know every single one of you, and I hope you guys keep coming back for more. So let's hop into what I was actually wanting to talk about today. We got a new president. And not only did we get a new president, but she has got a bunch of accolades that make her fit for the job. Now, when it was introduced, there was a little bit of backlash, maybe not as much as some other podcasters would have said, but there was some backlash saying that she was not ready or not qualified for the job. So I'm going to read off of her wiki. Sandra Douglas Morgan is an American attorney and executive. She is currently the president of the Las Vegas Raiders of the National Football League, and prior to her tenure with the Raiders, she served on the Nevada State Athletic Commission and was the chairwoman of the Nevada Gaming Control Board, among other roles. Her education: she was raised in Las Vegas. She graduated from El Dorado High School, earned a bachelor's degree in political science and communication from the University of Nevada, Reno in 1999, before graduating from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, William S. Boyd School of Law with a degree in law in 2003. Her professional life: once a defense attorney, she later became a litigation attorney for the Mirage from 2005 to 2008. Was the city attorney for the North Las Vegas from 2008 to 2016, becoming the first African American to hold such a role in Nevada, and director of external affairs for AT&T Services from 2016 to 2019. Now later she joined the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Nevada Gaming Commission, and later the Nevada Gaming Control Board in 2019. Now appointed by Governor Steve Sisolak, becoming the first African American to serve as chair. During her tenure, she introduced reforms as the proposal to require the gaming companies to establish written policies against harassment and discrimination towards their own employees, based on focus such as sex, race, color, gender, identity, and national origin, and was also responsible for closing and reopening casinos during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, in this period, she also served in the state COVID-19 task force. Now, after leaving prematurely the control board, she joined the board of Caesars Entertainment, as well as the boards of Fidelity Investments, Allegiant Airlines, and Cerebus Cyber Sentinel. Morgan joined the law firm of Covington and Burling as counsel in November of 2021, and she also ran her own consulting service, Douglas Morgan LLC. In December 2021, Morgan was also named vice chair of the Las Vegas Host Committee for Super Bowl LVIII, which is scheduled for February 2024. That's the one that's going to be there, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing in it, at least I hope anyway. Now, on July 7th, 2022, the Las Vegas Raiders announced Morgan as their team president, and Morgan's hiring made her the first black female team president in National Football League history. She is also the third woman and third African American in the NFL history to become a president of an NFL team. Now, Morgan is married to former Minnesota Vikings and Arizona Cardinals safety Dawn Morgan. Together, they both have 2 children, Dylan and Dana. So that is her wiki. You know, it doesn't explain very much, but just from reading from this, it sounds like to me that she's definitely got the credentials on the business side of things. I mean, I can say that I feel like that we're going to be in good hands with her running the front office, unlike the sour grape 18-year guy who was there with us forever who literally didn't do anything, with accusations also against him for misconduct. I don't think that there's going to be any misconduct claims against this wonderful woman. So I think that we're making the moves in the right direction within the front office and within management. Definitely, but not only that, but she's definitely got the credentials to do everything that we need her to do, which is have this team make a bunch of money. Because we've got to pay for that stadium somehow. There we go. Now here's another thing, man. This guy right here running his mouth. Now, I'm going to actually cut off the background music to where we can listen to a little bit of this interview that he had with the Pivot podcast right here on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to expose the whole thing, but if you want to listen to the whole interview, if you haven't already, you can go to the Pivot podcast right here on YouTube and just look up JaMarcus Russell, and it's an hour and 23 minutes of JaMarcus talking about his career and his life and everything like that. If you want to listen to it, you can, but I've got a little clip right here. It's roughly about a minute or so, but I want you guys to listen to what he says, and then we're going to talk about it. So let me shut down this background music here. And we're going to turn that up.
Start coming on him, so this is like a year ago, and now he up and running, bro.
Dang.
Up and running, bro, real good.
Bro, that substance abuse thing, and like Freddie talking about the stories, that's something that they're, you know, 'cause like we were talking before, we was out there BSing before about just the stories that come out about you and that substance abuse, and not hearing about your uncle that you named after.
Yeah.
Like that substance abuse thing, some people say that's what ended your career. Can you speak on that? Because a lot of people say, you know what I'm saying, like the syrup and all that, the
What
party.
ended my career, I feel, bro, and I'm just being honest as I can. This is my point of this from me. Being at LSU, bro, it showed a lot of family. My coach, he wanted to coach me. He wanted me to do well. He wanted me to succeed. And others around me as well, too. In Oakland, I didn't feel that, bro. My first year, my first coach, Coach Flip, Coach Knapp, those guys I felt wanted me to succeed. Every Tuesday, we supposed to be off. We on the field going over the plays. We watching film. We doing this, doing that. Monday, we doing the same thing, you know, weekly. After we got a coaching switch, everything switched. I've been going about the same way. You know, they talk about a film thing once. Like, bro, I watch film, but I ain't the type going there and watch 5 hours of film. I ain't never been that type of player. I go out there and play football, bro. Make plays, bro. I mean, I can't help. Your other quarterback might go in there and watch 10 hours.
Right.
But guess what? He might not be shit on the field.
Right. It's real. Yeah.
Period. That ain't never been me, bro. But I got flack for that. You feel
Yeah,
me?
they did the switcheroo down in Jacksonville.
The switcheroo thing, though, that
Right.
Fred brings up.
Say it again?
The
switcheroo,
the
the
story
game
about
film.
giving you
So, what did you all think about that one? How he said that he pretty much didn't feel like that the team wanted him. All right, look, you guys know how I am. And if you've been around looking at my channel for when this loser was on the team, you know exactly how I feel about it. This dude ain't doing nothing but making excuses. Making excuses. He had every opportunity in the world to succeed with this team. Now, providing that Lane Kiffin may have been his coach. And no, I wouldn't want that guy as my coach at all, period. Definitely not. But it's not like JaMarcus didn't do anything to maintain his weight. Because he didn't do anything to maintain his weight. He didn't study the playbook. Hell, he didn't never even watch tape. The guy never put forth his best foot. He never tried his best to learn the position that he was drafted and paid $42 million guaranteed to play. So, honestly, this dude's a worthless piece of trash. He's putting himself back in the limelight. I do feel bad for him for his situation, don't get me wrong. But $42 million guaranteed. And then this guy's going to come out and try to play the victim. All right? And you even heard, if you watch all of that interview, he even says, man, I'm not hurting. I'm not hurting at all. Like, I am not hurting at all. Like, I am still exactly, pretty good at where I want to be. That's how he's been. What's going on, Carlos? But this dude's an absolute piece of trash, man. He never put in the work to be the starting quarterback that he was destined to be in the NFL. And just for him to go out there and rag on, the Raiders didn't give me an opportunity. You were drafted number 1 overall. Unfucking real. And I'd like to talk about, I don't have any backdrops for it, but Davante Adams, about how Brett Favre said that he's going to dip in his ratings. That's another guy right there just reaching to try to put himself in the limelight, so he's going to say something outrageous to where they talk about him for at least a week. Brett Favre hasn't changed. And I don't think that Davante Adams' numbers are going to dip that bad because Derek Carr is a young gunslinger. I mean, he's been in the league, 9 years? Still got some pretty good life about him. And not to mention a shit ton of confidence now that he's got his wide receiver from Fresno State with him on the same team now. So Brett Favre is completely irrelevant. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you right now, JaMarcus Russell, from a guy who watched this guy play, who was throwing his beer at the TV every fucking Sunday, don't listen to this dude. You can listen to his story about how fucked up it was, but when it comes to, the Raiders didn't give me an opportunity, nah, the Raiders gave him every opportunity. Dude just absolutely dropped the ball on the 2-yard line every time he got the chance. Now, Richie Incognito retired. I'm not really, surprised. And I can actually show you why I'm not surprised, because I just wanted to go over to NFL.com just to see what this guy did as a Raider, and we can go and look over at his career stats. Let me go ahead and switch you guys over to that. Let's switch you over to that there. Richie Incognito. Two games. He played 2 games with us. Okay? I'm not heartbroken. The guy came in here and he played basically second fiddle. He was always good and strong during the preseason, but then he would get hurt or he wouldn't play. I don't know if 2 games is correct. I really don't. But he only registered 2 games in 2020. And I believe that he signed with the team in 2019. So, unreal. You know, there's a lot of people out there, oh, Richie Incognito, once a Raider, always a Raider. Look, this guy, I'm not going to dog on him, but we got duped on bringing this guy on the team. We really did. Yeah, he might have mentored some of our linemen, probably turned them into the linemen that we needed. On a coaching aspect, yeah, he was a good asset, but as a player, no. Couldn't stay healthy, couldn't be on the field. You know, and Derek Carr has been under duress ever since this guy joined the team. Because the dude can't stay healthy. So, with Gruden gone, because Gruden was the one who brought him in. All right? And as you can look, you know, there's a 3-year gap in between when he played for Buffalo and he played for him 16 games to when he came and played for the beloved Las Vegas Raiders in 2020 at 2 games. All right, that's 3 years. He was basically retired, and John Gruden got him out of retirement to come in here and shore up this offensive line and teach some guys. Well, now with Gruden gone and how many injuries this man has sustained, he has called it a quits. He's good. He is not going to be playing football any longer for this team or any other team, as he is retiring after 18 seasons. So anyway, I hope everybody has enjoyed this episode of the Raider Critique. With everything that has happened in all of Raider talk that's been going on the last couple weeks, it finally gave me something to talk about when JaMarcus Russell decided to run his mouth. Because I, for one, remember those years, those dreadful, painful years, because he put the team in cap purgatory for many years. I think it was like 4 years after we were still suffering from the JaMarcus Russell payout. JaMarcus Russell is definitely the reason why rookies have a salary cap now on how much they can ask for when they first sign with a team, because JaMarcus Russell pretty much bamboozled the Raiders, and even now in 2022, he's bashing us to this day on a national platform. Just don't believe it. Don't believe it, Raider Nation. Not at all. Everybody is going to want to talk that shit because they already know how good this team's going to be this year. And we're going to be right here to see every moment of it, Raider Nation. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts, and hold on to your hats, because this team right here is going to show us what winning really feels like. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I also want to thank every single one of you who donated to the GoFundMe for my mother. I greatly appreciate every single one of you, family. And because of your generosity, we're going to finally be able to take my mother and fulfill her final wishes. And it's all thanks to all of you. So anyway, I'm going to get on out of here, man, until more news happens. Sorry about the format. The format is really messed up because my computer just tripped out. But at least I was still able to get on here and do a show. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will be back again. Training camp is right around the corner. And man, I can't wait. Football is finally coming. And we're going to finally see what this 54-man roster is going to look like after training camp. And we get through all of preseason, man. And then football's going to actually be here. I can't wait. And I'm pretty sure that the rest of you can't wait either. This is the best team on paper I've seen from this football franchise since I've been alive. And I can honestly say that.